Hello guys, Storm1006 here today, and we are tracking an extremely large and dangerous tornado here right now that has touched down in Georgia. It has been confirmed. We've been seeing some videos on YouTube. We're seeing a nice dropout inflow. We're seeing nice inflow from the back and front of the storm. As we're seeing right now, this could be a potentially life-threatening situation. They've issued a PDS tornado warning, which stands for particularly dangerous situation. There is currently an enhanced risk for, I think it is Mississippi, Georgia, and parts of Florida. There's some pretty good chances for tornadoes. There's a 10% chance of tornadoes right now. So there's a 10% chance of tornadoes. No hatch. A 30% chance for winds of over 65 miles per hour. And for hail, it's only 5% for 1 inch or higher, and we've seen 1.2 inch hail down in Georgia with the tornadic thunderstorms. So, another thing we're also here to talk about is that the 2021 tornado season may be one very destructive, cataclysmic tornado season. They're already saying there could be 1,500 to 2,000 tornadoes. And they're saying that because of the winter, the late winter is signaling that there could be a bigger tornado season. Last year in 2020, we had an earlier winter, more long, widespread winter, and the tornado season wasn't as bad. We saw a few strong tornadoes, some significant tornadoes, but for the most part, there was only around 1,099 tornadoes, which is a little below average, actually. The average is like 1,300 almost, like around 1,300, and they're comparing the way the winter has been going. They're comparing that with 2011 and 1974. Both years had a super outbreak, meaning that there wasn't just a lot of tornadoes in the outbreaks, they were just very deadly, destructive seasons, and that's why they called them a super outbreak. Like 2011, over 350 people lost their lives that day. There were 360 tornadoes spawned by the storm. And they do think there could be a super outbreak this year, and they're saying that they think it could have 377 tornadoes and 3 EF5 tornadoes. That's just one less than what 2011 had. So this season is so far getting off to a pretty rough start. We've already had one EF3. They did issue a tornado emergency for that down in Birmingham, Alabama this year. I got to track that storm. It was a pretty wide tornado. It was a half-mile wide. Yeah, it had a 165 mile per hour wind, so they almost rated it an EF4. It did a lot of damage, and it took the life of one person. That's very sad. This tornado season could be a lot more deadlier than that. We already have a possible tornado outbreak that is unfolding in Georgia, Mississippi, and Florida, and the Carolinas, possibly. That's already spawned 3 tornadoes. 2 have been reported, and the one that could possibly be an EF3 right now has been confirmed by the National Weather Service. Not only by radar, but they're also confirming it by storm spotters. It's really good on velocity radar. It's looking really good. But back to talking about the 2021 tornado season. So, it could be bad. And one other thing, because the drought's down in Texas, by Oklahoma, and down in the much greater south, tornadoes can't form easier down there. But the nice moist air that we have here up in the Midwest, Great Lakes and Ohio valleys, and there could be large outbreaks here that we could be seeing this year because we are having more of the moist weather that is coming in our air. We have very moist air. I'm getting messed up in my words. Sorry, guys. So I'm gonna show you the radar right now for that storm, but the droughts down there are pushing the severe weather more up northeast because of the severe droughts that they're having down there. And if it does that, we could see the super outbreak setting place in the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Ohio valleys. Now, Oklahoma isn't having as much of a drought, so they can still see a lot of tornadoes this year. But, like Texas, they're in a severe drought right now. California, too. Arizona, New Mexico, places like that. They won't be able to see a lot of severe weather action, just a lot of sun. I mean, Texas can still see a few tornadoes, but not as much as what they usually would. So back to getting to the radar. So for us, it's about the snow. Those 5 snowstorms. History was made yesterday as the whole state of Texas was under a winter storm warning. Never has that ever happened before. It was very historic. Okay, here we go. We're in the radar. That's the winter storm. I gotta go down towards Florida. This is the storm we're talking about. Look at this thing. It's got real good structure to it. Just look at it. Oh my god. Yeah, it's getting up into the Carolinas. It's connected to sleet and snow. There's Birmingham. You can see them getting a little bit of rain. Oh, look at this. Got stuff flaring up over here. I'm not too concerned with that, but I'll keep an eye on that just in case that progresses. Look at this squall line. I mean, it's beautiful. There are 2 tornado warnings that are produced for it already. Look at this. Very heavy rain. Last year, there were a few storms that I saw that had white spots in it. That means very large hail. Now, this is the storm that I am tracking. The one that I'm most concerned with right now. Got a few nice cells that are flared up. Got this one over here. Got this potential one here. We have this one that's flaring up over the water. And it's starting to get white. So this is producing very large hail right now. Yeah, look at that. It's white, guys. Got the first hail core of the 2021 chasing season for me. Look at that. That could be producing golf ball to baseball sized hail right now as we speak. Thankfully, it's more over the water and it's going away. What was its color before? Not as bad. There we go. That's a good looking storm. This is a water spout producer. If this was over the land, this could have good potential to actually form something pretty big. I wouldn't say EF5, maybe an EF3. Mid-range EF3, maybe a high-end. Possibly even a low-end EF4. Keep an eye on this over here. This is, I mean, not too concerning, but It's just has been flaring up really quickly. Florida can see some nice stuff. Look at this coming from the Gulf of Mexico. Look at this. This is a little concerning right here. Oh, just got the update. Look at that. That looks gorgeous. And it does move ashore. And it looks to weaken. But then we see a lot more purple spots that do tend to flare up, possibly. Tallahassee could take a direct hit. Oh, my friend Sebastian down there. Might have to warn him about that. This squall line really does start to pick up the pace. Wow, guys. We could be seeing a potential life-threatening situation down there in Georgia and Florida. Potentially Alabama and Mississippi, too. Could see our first outbreak of the year. I'm not too confident in that, but I would just have to keep an eye out on it throughout the day. So, yeah, guys. Also, like I was saying, they're also comparing this season right now to 1955 and 1956. All of these years had at least 3 EF5 tornadoes. And the way the winters are starting are very similar. We have a very high to moderate La Nina right now. La Nina is good for tornadoes. Now, if we had an El Nino like we did in 2020, it'd be better for the hurricanes. And it was. We broke the record with 30 storms. And I didn't see as much tornadoes. But this year, wow, this year could be devastating. I mean, I myself could get hit by a tornado. A pretty bad one. So, I'm probably going to be keeping a close eye out on any systems I see that start to flare up very quickly. Like the ones we were just looking at. And yeah, guys. If you like this video, please smash that like button, turn on all those post notifications if you haven't yet. Please subscribe to my channel. Peace out.